Welcome everyone. Introduction to leadership is the topic for this particular presentation. Yes, the agendas are very clear. This we will talk about the entrepreneurs per se. First is the definition of entrepreneurship. Who is an entrepreneur? Why do we need an entrepreneur? Why entrepreneurship is such a viable option? Characteristics of an entrepreneur, the skills thereby, the types of entrepreneur, the advantages and disadvantages of entrepreneurship thereby. So this would be the agenda of this particular presentation. I again repeat definitions, who is an entrepreneur, why, the reasons for entrepreneurship, characteristics of the entrepreneur, the skills, the types of entrepreneurs, and the advantages and disadvantages of entrepreneur. So what is entrepreneurship? The process of designing, launching, and running a new business. So it is all about creating something new in terms of commercial interest, mind you. The process of designing, launching, and running a new business. The capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage a business venture, along with any of its risk in order to make profit. That is what is an entrepreneurship is all about it. The capacity, the willingness to develop, organize, manage business, along with its risk in order to make profit. So, who is an entrepreneur? Do you think you qualify to be to be called as an entrepreneur? Do you think am I an entrepreneur? It can be anyone. Please believe me or not. An entrepreneur is someone who envisions, create, evangelize an idea that they are absolutely passionate about. So if you have an idea which you think can be commercially viable, probably go ahead with it and you can become an entrepreneur. Someone who looks at life in a different prism. An entrepreneur doesn't see the normal obstacles that a life puts in our way and probably shy away like most of us. Entrepreneurs think the word no means to find out a better way. Entrepreneurs are continuously learning, growing, and reaching higher high. That is what is an entrepreneur is all about it. They will never find an obstacle. In fact, all obstacle that comes upon them is to be termed and converted into an opportunities, and that is what an entrepreneur is all about, is continuously a person who is learning continuously his learning things, he is impacting it and changing into a growing methodology of making it commercially viable and probably reaching higher high of the society thereby. So who is an entrepreneur? Jeff Bezos, if I am looking into it, Amazon.com, the chairman, the chief executive officers of Amazon, is he an entrepreneur? Probably yes, a wonderful entrepreneur, by the way. So, why do we look into entrepreneurship? First and foremost thing, every one of us, in fact, all 99% of the population of this planet would love to work for a job, a stable income that comes around it. But then, is it possible for everyone to get a job? Probably no. Because why? If everybody is doing a job, somebody has to be there who's going to provide the job. So, can you provide the job instead of seeking a job? So why entrepreneurship? It is all about making money and making money the most that comes around it. The need to learn more. People who are striving hard, people who are toiling hard to make things meet and probably in a better fashion. And in the process, they are creating wealth for themselves. And that is why entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship are for the people who desist or probably who resist or probably who hate the 9 to 5 job, 9 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. in the evening. People who want to do such kind of jobs wherein everything is demarcated, everything has been stated already. So there's a lot of hype about flexible lifestyle, but the truth in entrepreneurship is that you're going to really work hard, really long, and so choose this way of life if you're thinking it's a shortcut. That being said, you will work hard, but there's much more flexible to the entrepreneurial lifestyle. Then the traditional 9 to 5 jobs is all about it. 2 weeks of vacation that the corporate life permits. Entrepreneurship, you might be toiling hard. Entrepreneurship, you might be reaping huge reward. Entrepreneurship will give you flexibility and it need not be fixed to anything. Everything is flexible, everything is scalable in entrepreneurship. So, yes, we have entrepreneurs who are less formally educated. In fact, if you look into it, many of the top entrepreneurs are not even college graduates. Some people become an entrepreneur because they haven't had the privilege of receiving an extensive education. Entrepreneurship is an arena where the idea and results take precedence over educational background. It is the result, it is what you can show rather than what you have, which counts. So, yes, entrepreneurship is that particular skill which makes the idea or probably the result have much higher importance than the educational background. Been through the school of hard knocks. If we call about the school of hard knock is the idiomatic phrase meaning the experiences gained from living, especially from disappointment, especially from hard work, often regarded as a means of education. There are certain times in your life wherein you will assess, keep on experiencing certain things which will lead you from one thing to another. Now, we can only conclude that this has been through just not enough to branch out on its on one's own. Everybody, in fact, every one of us goes through school of hard knocks. It is always a question which one does with an experiences, and that goes around it. A entrepreneur is the person who actually learns after going through the toils of the life that he or probably she is leading, and probably with the impediments, with the detrimental things that is he or she been facing around, and how is turning those things, those events into an opportunities, and that will always make an incredible entrepreneur. So, characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. What is a characteristic? Let us understand. First and foremost thing is your unwavering passion. If you believe you can, if you believe you think what you think, then believe me or not, it will see the light of the day. This there will be tough days, but your passion will carry it off. So if you are ambitious, if you have a vision, if you think you have it in you, the gut wrenching needs to see it through. If you have the self confidence, if you believe things might go up and down, but come what may, if you are steady and if you are strong with your vision, you will eventually see yourself with your businesses adaptable. Things will likely not go as planned. You have to be able to think on your feet thereby. Humble. Can you check your ego? You may need to ask for help to hit certain milestone. Hardworking. You wear all the hats, especially long hours, especially in the beginning. What an entrepreneur does around it. He or probably she is not going to fix the time of working from 9 to 5. Probably early in the career, early first few years, he has to put 24 hours into 7 days a week, completely into the business, completely into his passion or her passion thereby, and eventually will reap the rewards in due courses of time. Eventually, the initial uphealing has gone around, upheaval has been going around, things will become much more easier. So you have to be hardworking. You have to be persuasive. You should be able to understand what your client needs, what your customer wants, and probably come across as the person who is going to provide the service or the product that they are looking for. It should be comfortable taking risk is something which you are, should be an entrepreneur. And if you think you have it in you, please put up your photographs in this particular place. I am sure you're becoming a wonderful entrepreneur. Let us understand the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Now, let us understand first and foremost thing is dedication, commitment, resilience. Entrepreneurship will dole out constant challenges, some of which you have already considered, but many of which you have not even seen coming through. You will face complex financial problems, decision based dilemmas, long hours, sudden changes, sudden prediction that may fail. Personal lives may even be challenged as well. You must remember that all these challenges, while difficult to face, are a natural part of being an entrepreneur. Success in a business ownership is really a matter of how many challenges you face, so much as it is a matter of how you face these challenges. Trumpet entrepreneurs have a level of resilience which allows them to face almost constant slew of challenges without ever weakening their resolve thereby. Talking about risk taker, entrepreneur is a person who loves taking risk, ready to dive deep in the future of uncertainty. Successful entrepreneurs are willing to risk their time, willing to risk their money, willing to visit places which are full of unknowns, full of black, dark, but they are also keep about their resources, the plan for dealing with them. Self belief and hard work and discipline dedication. Entrepreneurs believe in themselves and are confident and dedicated to their project. Their intense focus on faith in their ideas may be misconstructed as stubbornness, but it is this willingness to work hard, defy odds, that makes them successful thereby. Resourcefulness, more often than not, an entrepreneur has limited resources, especially at initial stages of the businesses. Successful entrepreneurs figure out how to get the most of these resources thereby. Then comes objectivity. Objectivity connotes a lack of bias, judgment, or prejudices. Entrepreneur needs to be dispassionate when it comes to making business decision, because of emotion, bias, and sentiment can result in a poor choices thereby. This needs to be understood then and there. Then comes adaptable and flexible. Being inflexible about clients, market needs leads to failure. Successful entrepreneurs welcome every suggestion for optimization that may enhance their offering and satisfy clients and market needs. Knowledge of the product. Entrepreneurs must know their products and the market. A lack of awareness of changing market needs, competition, and external forces can cause a business to fail, go down the drain altogether. Then comes dependability. There is a strong positive relationship between your perceived level of reliability and the success of your business. Your clients expect you to be dependable, come what may. They will always evaluate you on the extent to which what you do, what you say, and what you will do. If there are any gaps in between, your dependability quotient comes under scrutiny. Proactivity. Successful entrepreneurs anticipate problem in advance and definitely deal with them before they eventually occur. One of the major skills of a successful entrepreneur is money management skill. Successful entrepreneurs plan for future, plan for present, and every financial obligations, and thereby set aside an emergency for it, fund. Even after securing funds or going fully operational, a successful business person keeps a complete handle on the cash flow, as it is the most important aspect of any business. Effective planning. Successful entrepreneurs have business plan in place but remains capable of dealing with unforeseen possibilities. That is what needs to be understood. Excellent communication skill. Now these entrepreneurs, they have a good verbal dictionary at in their brain altogether. They are exemplary oratoric powers, exemplary communication skills, because you must accurately exchange information in a fast moving world. Of importance as is the ability to listen and truly understand where a person is coming from. Technical knowledge and skills. Every business requires unique skills, unique knowledge on the part of the owner. You must be good at what you do. For your business to succeed, this often means getting additional training and education on an ongoing business, on growing platforms. Now, let us talk about the types of entrepreneur. Now, there are some people who does with a small business, and small business can be anything. It can be a food truck, it can be a grocery, it can be a petrol pump, you name it. It's a small business that we are talking about it. Small business include mom and pop stores, any local businesses. Small business can include sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability companies. It is any business that has less than 500 employees. In fact, most of the small employee businesses employ less than 25 employees, and it can be a small restaurant, it can be a fast food chain, it can be a laundry shop, it can be an internet cafe, you name it, and we can have a lot of small businesses around it. Now, then there is something called an online businesses. Yes, a lot of online businesses have come into play. It might be a lottery system that we going around it. It might be a gaming system that being played around. It can be a service providers on an online platform that comes around it. So internet-based business can be small, can be home-based, can even be a large corporation. Look at Google, internet-based business, the biggest companies in the world. Google. The key difference is that the business is operated primarily online. This includes the company like Amazon, Jumia, or any other businesses that does most of its business online. And then we have a home-based business. Look what she is doing around it. It probably she is receiving a call from one of her client requesting to bake a cake, probably requesting to make a website, probably requesting for some kennel services, probably everything can be done out of their homes, right? So this is these are the various types of entrepreneurs that comes around it. A home-based business could fit under any category, preferably on a small business, but primary factor in this case is that it is run from a home as opposed to an office or any other location. But just can because a business is run from a home doesn't mean it can't compete with larger businesses. In fact, many large businesses corporation have started from home, including Apple, Disney, and Dell. These are large corporations that comes around it. And then we have something called serial entrepreneur, a person who keeps on starting a new businesses every now and then. He initiates a business, launches a business, eventually when it becomes profitable, sells again, and probably again launch a business, another new idea. Why does he or she does it? Because they love taking risks. They love being innovative. They love the challenges that comes with it entrepreneurship. Many entrepreneurs get the most joy of starting and building a business, but not in its continued management. So they sell it to launch a new idea. They are still considered entrepreneurs because they operate and assume risk in the business for the time they own it. Other times, serial entrepreneur juggles several business at once, earning multiple streams of incomes thereby. Now, let us come to the pros and cons, or the pluses and minuses of entrepreneurship, the last segment that I've promised with you as far as the agenda is concerned. If you look into it, there are plentiful of benefits. Job satisfaction ranks the topmost thing. Success next. Freedom next. Autonomy, absolutely yes. A lot of autonomy has been there. Happiness, satisfaction, definitely yes. Money, probably people do not agree to it, but it also ranks at the top five benefits of being an entrepreneur. So, job satisfaction, success, freedom, happiness, and money. The advantages of entrepreneurship, the freedom to pursue your own vision. You can have your views to the world, of the world, among the world, and entrepreneurship is the only avenue where you can pursue that views and seize the fruition of your vision. Next is potential earning of an entrepreneur, which can exceed multiple times of that of a salaried employee. As an employee, employee, no matter how hard you work, the financial remuneration you will receive is limited to your salary and an occasional bonus here and there. As a self-employed person, you can earn so much more that if you hit the right business idea and execute the business well, probably you can earn multiple times. The advantage is the control and the flexibility of your own time. It is up to you to spend the time. How will you devote it towards your business, towards your personal liabilities, towards yourself? As a you are your own boss, you work when you want to work. You stop when you want to stop. You can tailor your work according to your lifestyle and accommodate various tasks. You can work in however way you please in your pajamas with the TV loudly blaring without getting a memo from your personal department. Self-employment means freedom from rules, the opportunity to learn and gain knowledge. Entrepreneurs often wears plenty many hats, the strategic planner, that of a marketer, that of a customer service representative, that of a sales representative, even that of a bookkeeper, the accounts manager. There are a million things you probably didn't know before you started your business, and that you'll be forced to learn in due process of time. So opportunity to learn and gain knowledge becomes an added feather for the advantage of entrepreneurs. The last one is the sense of pride, the sense of fulfillment in accomplishing things. And people will give you respect, people will actually salute your confidence, your ideas, your spirit. As an entrepreneur, you make things happen. You create a vision, you create a layout and the plans, and pursue the steps you needed to make the business a wonderful success. Doing all these things can give you an incredible feeling of pride, of joy, seeing your website used by people, finding your products in stores, and getting compliments from customers on how your business has helped them. This is all what we are looking into it. The chance to share your learning. At the end of the day, you can have the chance to teach, to share with others the things that you've learned as an entrepreneur. Sharing what you have learned can be a way of giving back to the community. Absolutely, that is the best way to give back to the community, the wisdom that comes around it. Now, let us come to the disadvantages of entrepreneurship. Plentiful of disadvantages, but if you see into it, when you compare it with the advantages, advantages outweighs disadvantages. Work schedule. The work schedule of an entrepreneur can be unpredictable. The major disadvantage of being an entrepreneur is that it requires more work, longer hours than being an employee. Non-regular salary. Being an entrepreneur often means giving up the security of a regular paycheck. If the business slows down, your personal income can be at risk. In fact, your income can also dry up altogether. So these are your disadvantages. The administrative tasks when you run a business, especially at the initial stage, you need to check on the finances, other administrative tasks. Salaried employees, on the other hand, handles a particular task only. This isn't the most fun aspect of being your own boss, but it is crucial to the success of the venture. Next is competition. As a small business owner, staying afloat is critical. You will need to differentiate your business from that of others like yours in order to make a solid customer base and be profitable thereby. The disadvantages, the last one is your disruption in your personal life. Most of your time will be spent trying to keep your business afloat, and this could have an adverse effect on your personal life. The only serious demerit that I can see. But every demerits of entrepreneurship is outrightly weighted out and probably scored over by the advantages thereby. But nevertheless, I have given you a right perspective of the balance between the who is an entrepreneur, what are the various types of entrepreneurs, what are the advantages of entrepreneurs, what are the skills that is required for an entrepreneur, what are the disadvantages there about it. And with this, I come to an end of this particular presentation. Thank you once again for watching this video till the very end.